Hi, my name's Dave Woodland, and this is our recorded read-through for the short film Three's Company.
Scene 1, flowers. We see Richard go and buy a bunch of flowers and walk to a house. A voiceover plays over this.
Well, would you look at that handsome devil? Oh wait, that's me. Yep, all dressed fancy to go and tell one girl I'm ending it. That's right, you heard me correctly. One girlfriend. That's the problem with dating two girls, I suppose. I should probably explain how that happened.
Scene 2, the dating agency.
It started when I made this video for this dating agency. I just wanted to see if I still had it, you know? Turns out, I do.
The scene opens with Richard sat by his computer in a suit filming a video to go on his dating profile. He turns the camera on and settles himself.
Well, hello everybody. I, as you're already aware from my profile, am Richard Chamberlain. Just like everybody else on this website, I am looking for a special someone, and I believe I have a lot to offer this special person. I'm intelligent. I have a BA Honours degree in Business and Economics from Loughborough University. I'm a social butterfly, but I always keep enough time for my lady. I'm confident, creative and sophisticated. And I'm just looking for someone who really gets me, you know? Someone who's not afraid to see me for who I am.
As he winks to the camera and turns it off, we see that he is only wearing the top half of his suit and that his room is a mess. A montage occurs of Richard acting very unlike all of the previous adjectives he has described himself to be. As Richard settles down for bed, he gets a notification that his video has been viewed. He smiles to himself as it fades to black. We're now in Eden's room, which is messy but also very colourful. She's on her laptop whilst doing yoga, and we see her click on the video. She watches it and then clicks onto the messenger option and types. Cross-cut to Richard, who wakes up because of the message. He smiles.
Oh yeah, it worked.
He starts replying to Eden, who comes out of her yoga position to reply properly. Cross-cut to Eloise's lounge, where she's sat on the sofa off her laptop, drinking coffee. She clicks on the video and pauses, watching it intently before smiling and settling her cup down. She clicks on the messenger option and types Richard a message. Richard receives the message. He reads the message from Eloise.
Wow, two girls like me.
He starts replying back to both, and we watch them all exchange messages. Eloise and Eden sometimes laughing out loud at what Richard is saying. The screen goes abruptly black.
And so I had two great girls talking to me, Eloise Grayton and Eden Whistle. I asked them both out, obviously. I couldn't miss an opportunity like this. It was golden.
Scene 3, the title sequence. Scene 4, introductions.
My date seemed very different. So I decided to go out with one on the Monday and the next on Tuesday, just so I can compare and, you know, evaluate. I didn't expect, however, to keep it going with both.
Richard is sat on a park bench looking disgruntled. He checks his watch numerous times and sighs, wrapping his coat around himself. A dog runs up to him and jumps on his smart trousers. Richard gets even more annoyed and pushes the dog away. The owner runs up.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about him. Come on, Baskerville, let's get you home before you cause any more trouble. Sorry again.
It's fine. It's fine.
He sighs again as the dog owner and Baskerville walk off. It is clear whoever he is waiting for is late. He stands and is just about to walk off. Wait! She runs into shot carrying many bags and looks rushed. She smiles. Are you Richard Chamberlain?
Yeah, you must be Eloise Grayton.
She smiles and nods, and he goes to hug her, but she holds her hand out for him to shake. He steps back, surprised.
Oh.
So, how are you? They begin talking and walk off. Richard gentlemanly takes some of her bags and she smiles at him. The scene fades to black.
Okay. Now, if you'd asked me a year ago if I would ever even contemplate dating a lawyer, I would have laughed in your face. No way. Too intelligent for me. But I found myself getting on with Eloise, and she seemed to like me too.
Richard is once again sat on the bench, playing a game on his phone. Someone, in very spontaneous dress, sits next to him and looks up.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Richard.
Oh, whoa, are you Eden?
Indeed I am. I presume you're Richard. You look just like the guy in the profile.
You look, different.
Yes, I fancied a change. I'm focusing on enlightening my aura, so I'm dressing in a cleansing way. Anyways, are you ready for our date?
Yeah, I was thinking we could...
So I planned for us to go and get our talent read today, just so we can see what the future holds for us. We got the appointment in 10, so we better hurry.
She gets up from the bench and starts walking away, still chatting. Richard is momentarily bewildered before he follows, catching her up. They begin talking and laughing as it fades to black.
And Eden. Man, Eden is great. She's fun and always up for new things, and I'm never bored around her. How could I give up? Especially when our tarot reading predicts good things in the future.
Scene 5, recap. Some nature shots as Richard speaks.
And that, ladies and gents, is how I bagged myself 2 girlfriends. 2 completely different girlfriends. I'm not saying I'm proud, or that having 2 girlfriends is the right thing to do, but I'm happy, right? And happy is important. I have 2 beautiful ladies to wake up next to, spend time with, and to bring to parties. Of course, they don't exactly know I'm dating both of them.
The screen splits again and we see Richard's double life with the 2 girls and how they differ. We see Richard in bed and he rolls over. Eden is there and they smile at each other. The same happens on the other half of the screen, but Eloise has left a note saying she is at the office. Richard is unhappy about this. In both screens, they get up. Eden.
It should.
Eden says,
Eden prepares Richard a salad breakfast while Eloise left him a full English. Yeah. Some breakfasts are better than others.
The screens cut to lunchtime where Richard
Meets Eloise for lunch. They go to a cafe and look like they are enjoying themselves. Eden is not in her section of the screen, and Richard instead eats alone. The screen cut to both couples walking back to Richard. He pulls Eden eagerly through the door and they both run up the stairs laughing. On Eloise's side, they both settle on the sofa. He watches TV while she reads a book.
And some evenings were better than others, if you get what I mean. I managed to keep this routine for a while. It worked. Neither of them had started to suspect a thing. Till I started messing up my schedule.
Scene 6, things fall apart. Richard is seen walking up to a door. He knocks and it opens. He smiles at Eden, who smiles back, confused.
Hey, weren't you meant to be at Sam's tonight?
What? Was I?
He checks his phone and sees he has two missed calls from Eloise.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I am actually. Sorry, I need to go. I'll see you tomorrow.
He waves and jogs back down the street. Eden waves after him and shakes her head before shutting the door. There is a montage of Richard running down the street. He gets to town
and finds the pub he was supposed to be meeting Eloise at. She is waiting outside and is angry.
Look, now before you say anything.
I've been waiting for you for an hour.
Look, I know, and I'm sorry. I lost track of time and then realised I was supposed to be meeting you.
You know, Richard, it's very clear to see that you're not invested in this relationship at the moment. You're never on time or you can't make the date. You don't even show up sometimes and I'm left here on my own, waiting for someone who doesn't even remember me to turn up. I'm just thinking out loud here, but maybe this isn't what I wanted from this relationship. Maybe I wanted commitment and security. You're certainly not what I expected. When you remember, give me a call. She walks off down the street and Richard looks distraught. He walks off in the opposite direction, kicking stones angrily whilst fade to black.
Don't worry, we reconciled. But I know how to stop. I had to choose one of them. The only question was really, who?
Scene 7, decisions. Back to the beginning shot of Richard, stood outside a door holding a bunch of flowers.
And here we are now, back at the beginning, choosing which girl I'm going to keep. And all I have to do is knock on the door.
He moves forward, hand raised and knocks 4 times slowly. The door opens, but Richard is looking down. He holds out the flowers and looks up slowly.
These are for you.
Stood at the door are Eloise and Eden both. Richard looks from one to the other whilst the 2 girls stand wide-eyed in the doorway. He points at both of them, mind trying to process what he is seeing. Both of his girlfriends together before him. Eden breaks out of shock first and pushes Eloise back before facing Richard.
Ah, Richard. Yes, well, we all need to have a chat, don't we?
Richard nods slowly and Eden ushers him inside. They all sit down in her living room, the girls on the sofa, Richard in the chair.
Well, oh, that's not my line.
Well, Richard, I have something to tell you. We have something to tell you. And, well, it may come as a bit of a shock, but I'm breaking up with you for Eloise.
Richard stares dumbfounded at them both as Eden continues.
Yes, well, it's a bit strange, really. We met, bit of a coincidence, in that cafe you like, and well, just hit it off. It was something we didn't tell you earlier, except we're not, because, you know, you were dating both of us, and you're a bit of a dick, Richard.
Richard nods and stands.
Well, I'll go then.
The girls nod and he moves towards the door looking crestfallen. Eloise calls after him. Rich? He
Yeah?
comes back into the room. Some hope has clung on.
Yeah?
Don't say you're somebody you're not. It just creates barriers between people. I'm sorry about this, but it's for the best. Richard becomes crestfallen again and leaves, slamming the door behind him. He drops the flowers on the floor and slowly walks home. Fade to black. Scene 8. 7 weeks later. It's not.
We see Richard in his apartment in his pyjamas. He looks sad and builds up some courage. Come on, pull yourself together, Rich.
He starts to get onto the sofa, but only rises enough to grab the tub of ice cream. He falls backwards and starts eating it whilst looking dejected. Split screen of Richard and the girls. He is moping about the house, eating pot noodle and watching Jeremy Kyle. The girls are having adventures and look very much in love, and it just highlights Richard's misery more. Time passes and eventually he gets out his camera and sets up a profile on the dating agency again. He puts on his suit and sets up the camera, clicking play and settling himself.
Well, hello everybody. I, as I'm sure you're already aware from my profile, am Richard Chamberlain.
He sighs and shakes his head before taking off the jacket and tie. He tries again.
Hello, my name is Richard. My interests are intense science fiction, good food and good beer.
The dialogue fades off, but he is still talking. The montage of the girls continues to show their lives until all three are preparing to sleep. The girls' side has gone black and full screen on Richard appears again. Having just filmed his new dating video and uploaded it, he settles in for the night. Just as he closes his eyes, his phone buzzes and he looks at it. It is an email saying Emily has messaged him on a dating agency. He sits up, unbelieving before laughing.
Oh yeah, Rich. Still.
He sits up and begins typing with a smile on his face as the screen fades to black. Scene 9, credits, the end.